He was born by a river about to boil over. In the heat of water cannon and German shepherds, C.L. Bryant was a child of the 60s in the Deep South, torn apart by racial strife. It shaped his early life, left him angry, convinced that he and his people were victims, most of their problems created by someone else. He was also a natural leader, rose to president of one of the largest NAACP chapters in the country outside of Dallas. But time and maturity changed him.
I have spent most of my life as a Democrat. I recently have seen fit to follow another course.
In the 1980s, a new president, a new way of thinking began an evolution of thought. CL liked this idea of free people, free to choose their course in life.
And it is the love of our Creator who allows each and every one of us to pursue our individual happiness without government interference. It is that love.
Gradually, the scales were removed and C.L. Bryant became not a victim, but a victor, with a burning desire to lead his people to a new promised land.
Have the sons and daughters of former slaves traded one form of slavery for yet another?
In 2012, he releases the revolutionary Runaway Slave movie, an appeal to his people to run away from a dependency on government and run to the bounty that the greatest country on earth provides to those willing to run. C.L. Bryant had seen the light and joined the fight.
We need to understand that government is not God.
Hi, I'm C.L. Bryant, and we're here to introduce to America a new radio show that will deal with issues that formerly were thought untouchable.
Much of the internal degeneration in the black community really took off in the 60s.
How about that person that does not have a high school diploma? They can't compete. How about that person who is saddled with a child and does not have any way of taking care of that child? They cannot compete.
Our show will be called America on the Edge with C.L. Bryant. As all of you know, America is headed toward debt that is almost insurmountable because there are far too many people riding the great American gravy train instead of fueling the engine that makes it go. Our nation, I believe, is the greatest success story that the world has ever known. But yet we stand in the peril of losing this great nation of ours. I would like for you to join me, lend your voice to this conversation. Along with me will be my friend Stephen Parr, who has extensive media experience, and together we will explore topics that so many times have been overlooked and hardly touched in the American media.
During the Great Society, in fact, there was a news headline that said, God is dead, and he has been replaced with, I think it's 50,000 social workers.
We'll be on daily, and we will be discussing issues that will be pertinent to your family, to our country, and to our children.
What difference at this point does it make?
After revelations, it specifically went after conservative Tea Party groups,
targeting AP reporters and editors' work and personal phone numbers.
Somebody invested in roads and bridges. If you got a business, you didn't build that.
You know, our president about a year ago said that the 80s was calling and they wanted the Cold War back. Well, I'm saying to you that I hear Ronald Reagan calling, and he wants his country back.
They didn't give us this country bought with blood so that we could be divided. They gave it so that we could be free.
So when you listen to our show, we'll learn together that instead of living on the edge, you'll have the edge. We can't do this show alone. We need your help. We need you to help us preserve the great idea, which is America, to help us defend our life, our liberty, and our pursuits of happiness, to preserve this nation, not only for ourselves, but for our children and future generations. God bless you. God keep you. God bless America.
Are there any patriots in this place? Is there anybody here who will stand up